look at Floyd Schofield and look at what happened with Shakur, where he faked like he was sick and shit. When you look at the fact that he acted like he was ready for Shakur, when you look at the fact that he looks huge on Fight Night against Tevin Farmer, when you look at the fact that his promoter is the same promoter that presided over the Ryan Garcia Devin Haney scandal. Personally, I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I think Floyd Schofield cheated. Hope I'm wrong, but I don't know. I feel like somebody who pulls the shenanigans that he pulled, I would never trust him. Ever. Hold on, let my man Mr. Incredible up. I done hit the wrong button. Mr. Incredible was good, man.
Was good, dog.
Chilling. About to rewatch Floyd Roy Schofield. I'm about to rewatch what he did to Tevin Farmer real fast. Cause it's just, to me, it's just unbelievable. I don't believe it, bro.
That's what I said. I was like, it just happened too quick, bro. He was like,
dog. It's guys.
He either had it. I think he threw the fight.
I'm about to look and tell you, because I'm about to watch it. I'm about to pull it up, and let's see how he falls. So we in the first round, and Floyd is feigning. Tevin is dropping that. He's throwing the jab and then dropping his hand. So that's probably what left him to be open. Damn, man. Floyd Schofield looks huge. Like, he looks huge. Farmer looks swollen himself, but oh my goodness. Okay, so the first punch, he dropped straight down. I don't know. Yeah, it don't look fake. The fall doesn't look fake. It looks kind of delayed.
I feel like, because from all the fights that I've watched, yeah, he's always had like really explosive and quick hands, but he never. I know the right punch at the right time.
No, Tevin ain't throwing it like that, bro. He really taking them punches, bro. Floyd Schofield, it reminds me of the Ryan and the Haney fight so much. Like, Ryan is fast and powerful, but against Haney, that was the fastest I've ever seen him look. That was the most power I've ever seen him have. So I think it's the Roy's.
And you Floyd think he's popping shit?
You said what?
I said, you think he's taking shit?
Bruh, the man is signed to Oscar De La Hoya. Right? These motherfuckers would rather cheat than lose. That's the whole thing. Like, if what he just did was George Foreman type shit. He stopped the man in like 30 seconds. You know how much power?
He never have a performance like that. That's literally his best performance ever.
Dog, you got people with crazy power like Bud Crawford. And Bud, it took him 2 rounds to hurt Errol. And then the fight didn't finish until around the 9th round. And he probably could have stopped Errol around the 7th, but still, it doesn't just happen like that when you're dealing with high-level fighters, unless you're dealing with somebody like a George Foreman. But George Foreman showed that type of crazy power his whole career. Ernie Shavers, they showed it their entire career. Floyd Schofield never, ever in a million years looked like this, bro. And when we look at the precedent, Ryan was just caught cheating a year ago. De La Hoya is the promoter.
You seen that video that I sent you about Floyd and his dad talking about some, like, whenever he gets in the ring, they used to hypnotize him and shit, and he used to get like possessed by a spirit, and then he got a different side and shit.
Was that Floyd Schofield dad?
Yeah, saying that.
But I told you that. Remember, Deontay Wilder was doing that. So you know what? I'm gonna do a video on that.
I don't know if the video's still up, because you know how TikTok be. When you send some shit like that, they cut that shit. Just like how I sent you the shit about Manny, how he was on a stream and he was talking about, like, Oh, like, oh, I pray to
Because remember, Deontay Wilder was doing the same thing. So
like
in the Bible, that's called necromancy. So these dudes are witches. I told you a lot of the top guys, they're not necessarily the best boxers. And the hypnosis isn't anything new. Ezra Charles used to hypnotize himself. He said he should hypnotize himself before he went into the ring. Remember, Ezra Charles and James Toney had the same trainer. So I was going to investigate into who was their trainer and learn more about him, but I'd be so busy with training my damn self. But I'm glad you sent me that, man. That's crazy. You know
I just
what?
thought it was
That'd be a
weird.
good. That'd be a. I hope that he actually did that instead of taking the steroids. Either way, it's cheating, but but it's a shame. It's a shame that brothers are allowing these spirits into their bodies for money. It's crazy.
I just feel like I don't know, man. Some he could Tevin probably did get. I wasn't in the ring with them. He probably did get dropped, but something about it, the fight itself, just didn't seem right with me. How you go like 12 rounds with Cepeda, who I think punches harder than Floyd, has more finishes than Floyd, punches more than Floyd, and he get double tap. I know he was being defensively irresponsible, but to just get stopped like that in 1 round,
I
he
mean,
ain't never.
Tevin is getting older, but like you said, 1 round is absurd. It's
That's like
absurd.
George Foreman type shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's only a couple guys that got it. Like Tank don't even got it like that.
Not even Inoue got it like that. Not even
Like,
Better BF got it like that.
especially when you're dealing with somebody that trained for a full camp. So
Somebody
that's what made
experienced.
me. That's what made me believe. Like, unless remember, if they caught in spirits, Deontay Wilder was caught in spirits, and excuse me, he was getting crazy first round knockouts or second round knockouts. So, but I don't think it's the spirit court, and I think it's the Royce. I think it's a mix of both, honestly. Because the
Whatever it
man
takes
looked,
to
he
win.
looked huge, bro. He looked like Tevin Farmer already looked muscular. Floyd Schofield looked bigger than him, and they're fighting at 135.
I don't doubt that he was desperate because I know you've seen the interviews where he was like, "Oh, after the Shakur thing and yada yada,
Yeah,
he
that's
wanted
my
he
whole
wanted
thing.
to take control." You feel me? Talking about like all the messages and stuff was getting to him, and it was like, bro, I would feel bad if it was like something that you couldn't control, but you honestly begged for that fight, and then you
I don't
ran, and
feel
then you
bad at
lied.
all because why should random strangers have power over you to make you want to do something to yourself? Like this the whole thing, and this how Mike Tyson, he admits that he had a problem where he wanted to go places and everybody looks at him like, oh wow, it's Mike Tyson. Like, whoa, you want everybody to genuflect, you want everybody to bow down or to like you or to give you praise wherever you go, like you a god. There's nothing wrong with people giving you criticism or having bad things to say about you. Of course, social media takes it to a whole other level where you can have hundreds of thousands of jealous people just trolling you. But at the end of the day, you're never going to really meet these people in real life. They really don't matter to your everyday life. Floyd Schofield, dad, instead of them trying to summon spirits, he's supposed to be trying to build up the spirit within his son to be able to deal with a lot of the false criticisms and trolls and shit like that.
But he know what his son is. His son ain't that, bro.
Yeah,
Because if he
because he
was,
was, they would have
he
fought
would have gotten in the
Shakur.
ring with Shakur. Yep.
This why I know. This why I'm very certain that they cheated. If I'm George Foreman, I have a chance against anybody in the world. If I'm Ernie Shavers, I have a chance against anybody in the world. If I'm Abdullah Mason, I have a chance against anybody. Like, if you have crazy power, then that's the equalizer to great skill. Remember, Shane Mosley wasn't on Floyd's level, but Shane Mosley almost got Floyd up out of there. So, but also Shane wasn't allowed to use the steroids. So after the second round, Shane was done. So the steroids really make a big difference.
Bruh, the way he was cracking Buddy, the last dude he fought, where he got dropped because he got tired, he was cracking him with some good shots. And he ain't even, do anything, bro. Like, he ain't do nothing. He was invisibly hurt. Like nothing.
You know
Like he
what
just got
though?
explosive power out of nowhere. Like
Sugar Ray Robinson, right? You know he was a 33rd degree Mason. He used to court spirits. He used to drink in his doctor. You could see the picture where they pour him. They would squeeze the blood out from his steak, and he would drink it. And he always put up the Masonic hand signs. After he beat Gene Former, he put up the Masonic hand sign. But the spirit courting is real. So if I hadn't even seen that you sent me that, cause I've been busy today. So if he was courting spirits, then it probably was somebody else inside of him that got him the knockout. But if it's not that, it's steroids. And if it's both, then thank the Lord that Tevin Farmer is still walking around because God damn, they taking steroids and they summoning damn the spirit of T'Challa and Lord knows what. You know what I mean? God
like
damn.
I would have believed it had it been like anybody else, but Tevin Farmer just went to war twice with a, and it wasn't like he got his ass beat in any of those fights to the point
Neither
where
fight did he get his ass beat.
that's what I'm saying. And he's experienced, and he's actually a decently good defensive fight. Like he's defensively responsible. He got all the experience.
No, he not defensively responsible. What he is slick. Like when he makes guys miss, sometimes it looks pretty. But honestly, um, let me go look back at this video again. So I don't know if you could pull up the fight like on your phone or your computer, but I want to ask you a question from the highlights. I'm watching the highlight video right now, and I'm about to show you something. And it's basically basic boxing knowledge. It's from watching Floyd. But are you able to pull up the highlights from the Tevin Farm and the Floyd Schofield?
Uh, hold on.
Thing that Tevin Farmer, after he got robbed in the one fight, and he had his head down. His girl, she picked his head up, and he said that that's when he knew that that was the one. So they engaged and shit. But this is what I was saying when you went to watch the highlights. Two things. This is not related to the highlights. Tevin Farmer just got engaged and shit. Remember, because the girl, she helped him hold his head up after he got robbed. I think it was in the first Zepeda fight or something like that. And he was like, that's when he knew she was the one. But really, that's not when you know she the one. Now that you really got your ass knocked out and shit, now you'll see how she react now. So I think he should have waited a little bit before he got engaged. If you're a boxer, I don't know, man. Like it's different. Winning a fight and getting robbed is different from women looking at you and shit than you really getting your ass dropped all across the ring. Like that's really gonna be the test to see if that woman really fuck with him. Cause it's hard for women to have respect for their man after seeing him get done dirty. That's just how they program. Not all of them, but most of them. But back to what I was saying. So with the highlights, bro. Um, the first thing that I noticed, number one, Tevin Farmer was doing something that my coach calls chasing. Bud Crawford likes to start out his fights doing that. And it's because Bud got them long ass arms. Tevin doesn't necessarily have the long arms, but you can still do it. Sometimes I like to do it. But Tevin is southpaw, Floyd is orthodox, right? Tevin is reaching out with his lead hand and he's kind of flinching with it and slapping down just in case Floyd throws something. That's dangerous because if you miss the timing, your hand is low, so your chin and everything is just out, your face, everything. But it's called chasing, right? But if you time it right, you can swat his jab down and you could counter. The best way for Tevin to have started out this fight against a young, spry, um, demon summoner and possible PD user was to start the fight out with his hands up. So if you want to see how you should fight if you're in your mid 30s and you're fighting a young, spry um, boxer who's in the opposite stance, you go watch Floyd Mayweather versus his face is right in my fucking right on my mind. The one that was headbutting him, the one that was headbutting Floyd.
Madonna?
No, no, no. Uh,
Oh, Ortiz.
yep, yep. Floyd Mayweather versus Ortiz. Floyd starts the fight out, and also Zab Judah. But I like the Ortiz fight because Floyd is older. But he starts the fight out with them hands high. Like Shakur Stevenson said, everybody dangerous in the first round. Shakur even, I seen a tweet where he's like, y'all trying to hype this man up. Everybody dangerous in the first round. Like, yeah, it could happen. Remember, Abdullah Mason almost got taken out by Mr. T. Like, shit happens. But right off the bat, if Floyd didn't cheat, I mean, we know he's doing the necromancy, but if he didn't cheat, that's good. But Tevin Farmer started the fight off wrong.